Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 5, Episode 113. It is Thursday morning, and I'm going to do something very different today. This morning it's 48 degrees outside, cloudy skies, looks like it's going to start raining, but not quite there. And we're just leaving home, early morning, of course, all that. So yesterday, while I was at that casino, something really unnerving occurred. I saw one of the people that was keeping me out of a certain area there, and I had found out a few days before from a friend of mine that all the Asians had gotten kicked out of that area. So they started going to the area that I was going to, which really is very far, like 5 hours away from that area. So I talked to the guy, and actually he came up to me the second time, and he told me that his daughter lived in that area and that they were going to start playing there. So that's bad for me. I'm already banned from most of the casinos in that area, and now that group who would be in the casino 24 hours a day and never let up is going to be in the area also. So today I was thinking maybe I would try the area that they were banned from, even though there isn't that much there. I mean, yesterday I made like $350 live, so how much worse can it be? And I'm probably tempting fate by saying that, but how much worse can it be? So we're gonna head in a different direction today. We're gonna head in a direction that I normally would not go. I stopped going this direction for multiple reasons. One was the Chinese group that was in that area. Two, the main casinos that I would go to in that area I was banned from, so there was no blackjack available. So we're gonna give it a try here. Today will be 3 or maybe 4. I haven't worked out the details on the map. Casinos, and we'll see what we can get done there. I'm not very optimistic, but can I make at least 300? I would hope so. Can I make 500 or 600? If they're really not there and the vacuum hasn't been filled, then yes. So we'll see. But what I saw in the past, when this group got to that area, is that a different group had gotten kicked out and they were replaced with the current group that just got kicked out. So there's a bigger power that's controlling things, and they have all these people working for them, and they're the ones who direct them to different cities. So that's what I saw. It's unfortunate because, advantage play has been us little guys against the casino. And then it became some richer people who had poor people working for them who didn't have a bankroll, and had them run in and do the plays. And if it was a big play, they'd have to call in their bigger player. And then it became, okay, well, I trust you, but you got to take a picture before and after every play. And that started happening more. And then I started seeing those big players playing baccarat at night and spending all the money that the little guys had squeaked out during the day. So at this point, I don't know if there's a new group there. I heard there was at least 2 new people there. I don't know if there's going to be a whole group of them, if there's going to be opportunity or not. I'd love to be able to go to this area every once in a while and mix things up and add at least one little area to what I currently have. But I don't know if it's going to work out or not. So I don't even have a player's card for that place anymore. It's been that long since I've been there. So we're going to head that direction and see what happens. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's episode talking about how to pick a casino. I'm going to try to do more things like that again. It's been a long time since I have. And also I'll be doing some new episodes about other things too, and about other side plays and stuff like that. And then as far as advanced plays, it's going to be hard to do those because they're pretty well protected. So I don't want to let things out that aren't already out there. What I'm doing is consolidating information that people already know, just like some old podcasts used to do that aren't around anymore or very limited now. And I'm not trying to let out any secrets. You notice I never say go play this machine when this is occurring, or this it looks like this or something like that. So yeah. All right, well, let's head out to our first spot and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. First place, not too far away. Ended up walking in, looking around. It looked pretty bad. Found one play, played that through, walked around the whole place, and couldn't find anything else. And really, that play was an okay play, not a great play. So, obviously, even this early in the morning, people have already been here. And I ended my session ahead, $22. So, plus 22. Today's trip is going to be a little shorter than usual, so probably use like $30 worth of gas. So yesterday was like $50 worth of gas, $40 worth of gas. Having a hybrid definitely helps out, where I'm doing 45 to 50 miles a gallon. So if I'm going 450 miles, it's only costing me $38 to $40. So that's definitely helpful versus the cheap cars that I was driving before that were slowly bleeding me dry on gas. But right now, leaving this place, 52 degrees. It's bright out right now, but completely cloudy, and traffic seems pretty heavy. We'll see what happens, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. I am heading to the next place. I'm still about an hour away. It's so crazy because I was going to go a whole different direction today, and I'm going this way. I just got a call from a girl who finds plays for me sometimes. And she says, hey Joe, I got this play. It's at this much, and it's like a $6 play on this machine. And I'm like, oh, which section? And she told me. I said, well, I wasn't planning on coming out because I don't like letting people know where I am, but I said, I happen to be close by. I can be there in about an hour. She said, okay, I'll sit at the machine for an hour. I know you'll be fair, because I am fair, but I'm not going to give her 50% or anything like that. But hopefully that one works out, because that's actually a pretty decent play. That's actually a play that I taught her, because she used to, like, she would see me checking machines, and she didn't know who I was, but she didn't want the Asians to get it. So she would come up to me and say, hey, there's this play. You want to make a deal on it? And so at that point, I'm like, look, I come here all the time, because I used to go there like twice a week. And I'm like, just here's my phone number. Just call me if you find a play. And so she started doing that for a while, and then I didn't hear from her forever because those guys took over that place, and there was never a play. But now she happened to be there real early in the morning, and she found a play. So she's going to sit at that machine for an hour for me to get there, and hopefully it works out for us. So good news, I hope. But yeah, still on my way. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. So ended up finally showing up to this place, and she was still sitting there, and she's like, are you gonna put your card in? I'm like, no, I don't use a card. Can I put my card in? Sure. Okay, let me look for it. Okay, so you've been waiting for me an hour and didn't think about getting your card out. So we waited for her to find her card, put it in the machine, and these are not like the A1 team, all right? These are people who can't do other stuff. They might be on disability or something. So there's a reason why they're there. I mean, if you're not handicapped or old and you're at a casino all day long, then you probably have a problem. But she actually does have an issue, and that's why she's there, because she has no job and nothing to do and all that. So anyway, I sit down, I put in $100, gone in a second, $100, gone real quick. And then on the third 100, I actually hit it. And it pays about half of what like the max would be. So it was like the expected amount. And ended up, after everything, ahead $221. So plus $221 there. Now I'm going to go to a place where I used to find nothing, and I forget what I used to call the place, but I'll look it up because I used to have nicknames for everything. You remember that? And this was one of the places that was like, I said I would never go there again. But right now I'm in the area, so I might as well give it a try. Let me see if I have that. You guys remember when I used to do all those different names for each place? And then I stopped. Yeah, I don't know where it is, but all right. So after that, what ended up happening is she lost her phone. So I'm like, okay, so I got to get back to work. I got to show that I'm doing stuff, and she can't find her phone anywhere. So I feel bad. So I'm like, okay, I'll help you find it. We walk around, can't find it anywhere. Then we went to security, they didn't know. Went to the other security, they didn't know. Went to the people who were cleaning, and they didn't know. And finally, I was leaving, and she was leaving, and one of the cleaners said, Sir, that security guy wants you." And so I went over, and he's like, "Yeah, I think they found it." But she had left, and she was going to stop by the bathroom first on her way out. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe they're in the bathroom, because a friend of hers showed up too. So I had someone go in the bathroom and check, and she wasn't there. And I'm like, well, I know she's going to go out that one door, so I'm going to go to that door and see if she'd left yet. And as I was arriving to that door, I saw her off in the distance, and she's got bad eyesight too. She's got all kinds of issues. But I was like waving her down. She didn't see me until I was right up on her. And I told her, and she went and picked up her phone, which I guess included her wallet. She didn't mention that. And everything was good. So they left, I left, and right now it's like 57 and clear skies all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, from completely cloudy to completely clear. And that casino, the casino I just left, I used to call Slimy and Grimy, and the casino I'm going to, I used to call Scambox. So yeah, we're going to Scambox. I don't expect to find much there, but we're going to do that. And then I have a couple different ways I can head home. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go yet. There's two casinos. Both of them aren't going to have much. But one of them I rarely go to. I may go there even though it's probably less of an opportunity, just to see if they put new machines in or something like that. Because last time I was there, they pulled out most good machines, and there were more people than ever that were playing there. Maybe things have changed since then. So right now we're heading off to Scambox, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back and just got to this place. This is a place that generally is not good for me. Don't make a lot of money here. Not a lot of options. Not a lot of machines. This is the place that also had the one weird security guard that had followed me around the one day that I had to complain about to the security guard at the front desk. And they're like, yeah, he is kind of weird. So, okay, he's kind of weird. So why are you allowing him to work here, following people around and stuff? So we're gonna head in here. Don't have a lot of high hopes, but hopefully we can find something. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back, and it actually was not awful. It was okay. The payouts were awful, as expected, because this place operates under a special license, and they can screw people more. So that's what they do, and which is sad, because primarily the people that come here are older and on fixed incomes and stuff. So that makes it even worse. But that's what happens. This whole company is a mess. I walked in, I see a play right away, technically a play, on a machine that has enormous variance. It's at the lowest bet level, the lowest amount, and I just decided it's not worth it to be standing right there, right next to the security guard, and to play a play and put a bunch of money into it for a very small amount of expected value. It just does not make sense. So I decided just to pass it up. The EV on it was probably less than $5. Didn't make a lot of sense. I go through the normal route that I used to, and actually they haven't put anything new in. I mean, they took one machine out that I would normally check, but other than that, it's pretty much the same as it was before. So I find this machine, and there's two different jackpots on there that are close to hitting, and they don't necessarily move at a steady pace. That gives you an idea, but they are must-hit buys. And so I start playing, and I end up actually hitting the top must-hit buy, which this is a very low-level cost on this machine, so even the top jackpot is not that big. I hit that one, and then I hit one of the ones I was going for, and the other one just was not moving, so I just decided to leave it. And I ended my session. I had $21 on that. And then I moved on, and there's a back area that a lot of people don't even know about it, but it's kind of tucked away in the back, and there's some machines there. And I just thought, let's just go through. There's 8 machines there, and 3 of them had been removed. Actually, not just one, but 3 of them. And one of the ones that there were 2 of, that there's only one of now, had a play. And I sat down, and another play developed. But what I know about this machine is when it does this, the other one takes forever, and that generally pays very little anyway, so I didn't want to mess with it too much. So I sit down, I put my voucher in, and start playing, and I believe it was 13 spins into it. I hit it, and it pays $44, and I end my session ahead $74. So, and of course, I don't go to this place very often, and they don't give change anymore. They used to. Last time I was here, I think was the first time that they didn't. But I went and got my 30 cents as well, and went out the door. I had $74, so not bad. I don't remember what I made at my first stop today. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that, but I got the other 2, so we're over 300, maybe 350 already for the day, and this was our furthest point. So now we're gonna head back toward home, and we have 1, maybe 2 casinos we're gonna hit on the way back and see what happens. So that's what's happening right now, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, as I'm driving here, I'm still up in the air about which casino is going to be next, but the next 20 miles are the same either way. I did make a move here though. I did send a Teams message to my manager, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and book that trip to Vegas. I'll just pay for everything. Just give me the time off. And he said that he had a meeting this afternoon to discuss the funds that we have for training, and he'll let me know today. So I'll wait till the end of the day and see what he comes up with. Hopefully he pays for it. Hopefully he pays for the flight too, and everything will be good, because what I'm worried about is they say, okay, you have the time off, but we're not paying for the trip, and then they might want to see that I went to it, which I'm not paying over $5,000 to go to it. So if I can at least get the time off, I may go to Vegas. I may go somewhere else. So let's see what happens here between now and the end of the day, and it'll make a big difference. So anyway, right now we're up to 62 degrees outside, back to cloudy again. This is pretty crazy. Must be like some fast moving clouds, but there's no wind, so I don't know how that happens. But all right, yeah, I gotta decide the next 15 to 20 minutes which direction I'm going. I'll be back and update you. Alright guys, I am back, and at this point I'm just leaving this place. I probably should have put everything in the map before I started talking here, but let's do this here. So I have 2 choices of where to go, and I think the place that I was going to, I don't think that
exit the parking lot.
I don't think that it's a good idea to go there. I don't think I'm going to make money going there. So I think I'm going to go somewhere different. It's a little bit further away, adds more time to my trip, but I think it makes a lot of sense. So let me just pull over here in this parking lot and put it in both ways and see how much time it adds. Here we go. So let's say we go to edit stops, go to the first place that we were planning on going to, which is this one. Okay, I see that one. Now, what if we remove that one, and then we add the other one, which for some reason is not listed here. We're going to type it in. Let's go there. Yeah, so it's about a half hour. No, it's not that far actually. Wow, I'm actually pretty surprised. It's about 8 minutes different. So I find that kind of hard to believe. I'm gonna put it in here again just to make sure, because I can't believe that it's only an 8 minute difference between the two. Yes, it is. It's only 8 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and go to a different place than expected. The place that we were going to is just not good. They don't have that many machines left. They have a lot of people in there. It's congested. Security is ridiculous. Sometimes they ask for ID. Sometimes they don't ask for ID. So I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to go to this other place instead, and hopefully things work out there. So as far as this place, I went in, start looking around, not finding anything. Go around the corner, and I see him. I see this guy. This is the guy that I almost got into a fight with the one day, about 100 miles from here. And he had turned a bunch of chairs around at this casino, didn't put any money in, didn't put a card in, didn't do anything, just turned a bunch of chairs around. And I was playing this machine, and I had walked by it 3 or 4 times, didn't say anything. And then I finally asked someone who worked there, I said, what should I do? And they said, go ahead and play it. There's no money, there's nothing. There's no card in there. You can play it. So I sat down, started playing it. I was down a little bit, like $20 or $40, I forget. And he comes walking up all aggressive. I'm like, get the heck out of here. I'm not putting up with this. I said, look, this play isn't even that much EV. You want this play? I'm down $40 or whatever I was down. Give me that much money and take it. Oh, no, I'm not paying you for it. Okay, so let me get this straight. So you want to reserve this seat and no one play it. But if someone plays it and they advance it closer to the point where it's going to hit, you want them to stand up and give it to you and not take anything for it. That's a little bit ridiculous. So there was no way I was going to do that. And finally, he walked away angry, but that's fine. I saw him as I turned the corner, and to say he was shocked was a little bit of an understatement. He was very shocked to see me, and I said, how's it going? And I kept on walking. So, but in that place, I found nothing at all. The one play he was playing, I don't know how he could have found it. It must have been borderline, and he played it, because that machine is completely cleaned out all the time. I haven't found a play on that machine in years, and I look at it every time. So definitely he played something that was marginal. So who knows? Anyway, let's move on to the next casino, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back, just pulling into this place, and it felt like a long drive. It kind of was a long drive, but it felt really long. I can't wait to get out of this car and start flying places and staying places for days at a time, because all this driving really does kill you after a lot of years, and it's been 6 years of driving, and that's enough for me. I mean, 500,000 plus miles of driving for AP is a lot of miles. Anyway, just got here, gonna walk in, hopefully pick up a little bit more money, and then go from there. Right now, looks like it's gonna rain. It's like we went from cloudy to clear to cloudy to clear, and now it looks like it's gonna rain. So let's hop in there, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back, and just leaving this place, and it wasn't really much there, but I was able to squeak out a victory. For one thing, after I checked my first couple machines, I go around the corner and I see a guy fast playing a machine. I'm like, okay, this is not a good sign. And I come around behind him where he can't see me, and he's playing an awful play. And I know who it is, and he's just playing something really awful. So I'm thinking, okay, there's probably nothing in here. And sure enough, walked around and really found nothing. And on my way out, saw another guy who's a friend of mine, and he was leaving in a hurry, so I knew it was pretty much cleaned out. And then I came around to right by the high limit, and I noticed someone had left like $53 in a machine, and I made the mistake of asking about that, which usually they say keep it, and this time they said no, we have to figure out who it belongs to. I will never, mark my words, I will never do that again. I will keep it, and if they want it next time I come in, I will give it to them, but I will never ask again. Still ended up ahead $87 for my visit, and right now we are moving on. It was an okay day. Didn't make a lot of money. Made about 400 so far today. Some other stuff may be happening this evening, but at least I got to see different things and go to different places and all that kind of stuff. And it's better than going to the same one or two places over and over again. It was nice to get out a little bit. So that's what's going on right now, and it's rush hour time. And I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, back at home. Let's do some segments. What did you eat today, MW? I had Wendy's chili, actually. It was actually okay. I give it an 8 on a scale of 2 through ace. I was supposed to get some crackers with it, which I didn't. I was supposed to get napkins with it, which I didn't. I was supposed to get hot sauce with it, which was clear. So I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to be or not. But we'll give it an 8. And what did you tip today, MW? Today we actually decided to tip $0. And what did you learn today, MW? Well, learned that the Chinese people really are out of that area, but there is at least still one there, if not two. I actually heard someone say two. So could be one, could be two, could be more coming. And so I'm thinking that's what's going to happen, is more are going to be coming soon. So other than that, tomorrow's going to be a long one. It's good that we're home a little bit earlier today, and I'll catch up with you then. If you have any questions or comments, the email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.